You guys, I'm really upset. I really wanted to love this. I mean, I spent my own money on it. I honestly did not think that I wasn't gonna like this product. Hey guys, it's Melinda. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Tati Beauty Blendiful. So if you've been keeping up with this product, I'm definitely a little bit late on the reviews, but I wasn't going to buy it. I saw Tati's original video announcing it and I was like, no, I don't need it, I don't need it. And then Kathleen Lights reviewed it and I was like, okay, maybe I need it. So now we're here and I'm gonna review the Blendiful if anyone is still interested, but I did buy it myself, so maybe my review will be a little bit different because it was not sent to me. So I'm gonna tell you guys if it's really good or not. We're gonna find out together. So I'm really excited. Here it is. First of all, I haven't even opened it yet. I was waiting for this video, so let's see. Okay, yeah, so this comes with both sizes. I didn't realize that. I thought, and it was only $18, which is not that bad. I don't know why I thought it was like $30. Did I just make that number up? But you literally get both of them. They're really soft. That's so crazy. I don't think that's a bad price because isn't the Beauty Blender like $18 to $20 or something? And that's only one Beauty blender, and this is two little sponges, so I'm excited. Yay. Okay, so the main thing that I'm excited about this for is because I have very dry skin, so I tend to like to use a beauty blender to apply my foundation just because a brush, like in the winter right now especially, my skin can get a little bit dry and almost flaky, so dragging a brush over my skin can kind of cause my skin to like flake off more, and then my makeup doesn't go on as smooth. So I want to use a beauty blender, but as you can see, I do have some redness on my face, so the beauty blender kind of shears out the coverage, so I don't get as much coverage as I would with a brush. So I'm kind of torn. I can't win. Like I either sacrifice the coverage or I sacrifice the finish of the foundation because my skin is so dry. So what I'm hoping is that this will give me really full coverage like a brush would, but I'm hoping that it will kind of smooth out the finish and give me like a really nice finish that like a beauty blender would give me. So if this is the best of both worlds, that would be really amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm gonna use is this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I reviewed this a while back in one of my other videos, and I had said that I didn't really like it that much, but I like it under the foundation that I'm gonna be using today. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. Let's see. Oh, this is so scary. Okay, sorry, I don't know why it's scary. I've been really into using my hands for things lately too, and so this is, I don't know, I feel like this will make it a little bit easier because it literally just feels like I'm using my fingers. And I like that. Like it's not a weird technique that you kind of have to get used to. Like if I took this away, I'd be applying it the same way. You know what I mean? So it feels very natural and comfortable. It's very soft, by the way. I really like this so far. This is a wig. If you're new to my channel, hello. I love to wear wigs because my hair looks like garbage. Okay, so that applied fine, no complaints. Nothing special either though. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna use is this L'Oreal Anti-Redness Primer. I've been applying this with a brush, so I'm curious to see how the Blendiful will apply it. And by the way, I'm going to apply the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, and then I'm also gonna pull out the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit because I heard that this is really good for cream contour, and I've been so into cream products lately because like I said, I do have dry skin. So I really like using cream products in the winter time just because they're a little bit more moisturizing, and I always have to use my fingers for that because I don't really like the way the brush blends it out, and I really hate having makeup on my fingers. It grosses me out a lot, so to have something else that can kind of get dirty and keep my fingers a little bit more clean is gonna be cool if it works. I can't decide if I want to like drag or pat though. I'm kind of struggling with that. I think the things that I apply with a brush, I'm dragging on. So this green primer, I normally do kind of rub it on with a brush, but if there's something I would normally apply with a beauty blender, like my foundation, I think I'll pat that on, if that makes sense. So That went on pretty good. I don't know if it's just, I can't tell if it's shearing the product out or if my redness is just more pronounced than it normally is. I'm gonna apply a little bit with my finger and just kind of see if I can get a little bit more coverage. I do feel like that gave me a bit more coverage. It is hard to tell though. Okay, so the Blendiful may have sheared that out just a bit, which I don't really love. Yeah, I definitely wanna get all this covered. Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump into foundation. I put my primers on this corner. Now I think I'm gonna put the foundation on this corner. And what's cool is you have two sides, so you can take this little thing and flip it over and use both full sides. That's really, really cool. I really was not gonna get this product. I just felt like I didn't need it, but Kathleen Lights has like, oh frick. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I think I unscrewed the pump. Okay, I'm stupid. I forgot what kind of top this foundation had. You just pull it off. All right, sorry about that. I think I'm just gonna put this straight onto this. By the way, you should probably clean it when you first get it, but that's okay. All right, so yeah, I wasn't going to get this, but Kathleen Lights has dry skin just like I do. She seemed to really like it, and then the more I thought about it, like what I'd already said before, I kind of feel like this could be a really good kind of happy medium between a brush and a beauty blender, and I kind of like talked myself into it and bought it. And then when I realized it was only $18 too, I was like, holy booty, that's a good deal. Okay, so far this is covering really well. What I'm really excited for is, like I said, the cream contour and then concealer for sure. That's what Kathleen said. So I think it was Kathleen. I have watched a few reviews and she said you can like pinch it really tiny and get into your inner corner, and I do struggle with that so much because I have the most darkness right here on the sides of my nose. By the way, I'm really liking this foundation so far. I have dry skin and very fair skin, and this stuff works really, really well. But I may have a dupe for it, so stay tuned. I might be filming a dupe video here soon because I really feel like I found a foundation that is like 1/4 of the cost, and I think it might be a dupe. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I do feel like that covered better than a beauty blender though. That's cool, because normally I have to go in with 2 layers of this foundation. So this is really cool. I am doing like the tapping motion, like I said, because I normally do like to apply this with a sponge. You can like brush it on or swipe it on and then tap it in, but I'm just tapping. I can't tell if it's just my skin or if it's this, but my skin is looking a little bit dry when I get really close up. Just a little though. And that could definitely be my skin because it is wintertime and my skin is like losing its mind right now. All right, I'm gonna try swiping it on my forehead and see if it gets really streaky. So sorry about this. Oh wow, it actually doesn't make it streaky. That's cool, because you know, sometimes with certain foundations, if you do apply it with a brush and kind of like drag it on your face, it can get really streaky and leave like brush strokes. So that's cool that this doesn't do that, because it does have like little hairs. So I feel like it could leave brush strokes or like streak marks, but it's just not doing that. The main thing I'm excited about this little one for, so Tati said that you can kind of take this with you and make touch-ups throughout the day. What I will probably use this for is blending out my smile lines throughout the day, because some foundations do tend to crease on me in my smile line. So that will be really helpful for me to have so that I don't have to like use my finger, which is what I normally do. So I really like that. Like I said, I do have like some little dry spots, but yeah, I do have quite a bit of dry spots. I don't know. I can't tell if that's just my skin. I literally wore foundation yesterday though and didn't have this much dryness, so I'm kind of confused. Okay, I might just leave it for now because I don't want to blame it on the sponge or the Blendiful if it's not that, but it could be. I don't know. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. So I'm gonna do 2 different things. On one side of my face, I'm gonna use an actual concealer. And then on the other side, I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette because that's kind of a thicker cream and I wanna see how 2 different consistencies blend out. So on this side of my face, I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And I just use a little bit of concealer. I don't use a lot at all. Okay, and I'm actually just gonna use the same side where my foundation was but I'm gonna kind of, well, no, I might start out like this actually. Honestly, even without having to pinch it, it still gets all the way up into that corner, which is nice. I'm curious to see if it's gonna shear this product out under my eyes, because my under eyes do crease really badly. And if I apply product too heavily, it'll just like make it look worse. Oh my gosh, look at the difference that concealer just made. This concealer is really good. I need to wear it longer though, cause like a few times it'll kind of break up on my inner corner, and I'm not sure if it's just mixing badly with a primer or something, but I'm kind of testing it out still. But the coverage and the shade match is awesome. Okay, so that's looking really dry too. What the crap? So that's looking really dry on my under eyes too. Let me zoom you in. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Like all in here, it's just kind of like, oh my gosh, the sun is literally going down right now. That's so rude. But it just looks really patchy and kind of cakey. It's just like really dry. It's not normally like that. I mean, this concealer is on the drier side, but I don't know. So like I said though, I am still testing out this concealer, so I don't want to blame the Blendiful for that quite yet. But this ABH palette, I know that I really love this shade right here on my under eyes. It does not look dry at all. I really, really love this. So I'm gonna go to a clean side of the Blendiful just to make sure that no products are like messing it up. And I am going to just dip this straight in and apply this. Because like I said, I love the way this looks under my eyes. So this will kind of show me if it's really the Blendiful or not. I love this as a concealer because it's dry enough that I don't have to set it, but it's not so dry that it creases. Or, did that even make sense? I don't know. Dude. This is like pilling up and flaking off. I'm so confused. I don't even know if you guys can see this or not, but all of this is like look at that. How weird. That has to be my skin. Why would the Blendiful make that happen? Okay, I'm seriously so confused because I don't know why this would make my skin like pill up and flake off. That doesn't make sense to me. But I also am not using a new primer. I didn't use any new skincare. This is all the same stuff I do every day. I'm very confused. I'm gonna go in with my finger with this same shade, and I'm just gonna pat this in and see what happens. I kind of wiped off what the Blendiful did, and now I'm like redoing it with my finger just to see. Okay, it's like looking good with my finger now. Is that really the Blendiful that's doing that? Oh, please let me know down below if anyone else has tried this with dry skin and it made your skin like look really dry and even kind of like flake off a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to say it's that because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, and I'm not dragging it. I'm literally doing the same patting motion with the Blendiful that I'm doing with my finger, but when I apply it with my finger, it's not bunching up and like pilling off. What the heck? What does that mean? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set this side that has the actual concealer on it. I'm gonna set this. So I'm gonna flip over to the opposite side now. Because I have creams on these corners, I don't want to put powder on top of it, so I'm going to put powder on this side. And I might set my under eye on this side, but I really don't like setting that Anastasia cream. So I just dip my sponge into it, and I'm going to set my eyelid first. And then I just kind of took that underneath my eye too. That looks nice. It kind of smoothed out the like weird bunchiness that was happening with it too. Like I said, I don't really set this side, so I'm not going to now either. Okay. Oh my gosh. This side looks so dry. I'm so confused. I am gonna go ahead and post this video, but I'm going to try this again. Try this Blendiful again. Obviously, I'm not done with the video yet, but I'm gonna tap a little bit of the excess powder off on my hand. I feel like I saw Tati do that. And I'm gonna set this eye. But I'm gonna try this again and not use my skincare products because sometimes if I layer too many things, that can cause pilling. Like I said though, that hasn't happened with this specific combination of products that I've been using, but that could be causing it for whatever weird reason. My skin does weird things, so I don't want to fully blame the Blendiful. So I'm gonna give it another chance another day and just try it out again with a different combination of products. Maybe take this primer out or something, I don't know. And I will either make another update video or I will just update you guys in the comments or in the down bar. So I'll let you know. But let's finish the video. It might get better, we'll see. I'm scared. Another thing I'm really excited to try this with is the ColourPop Super Shock highlights. So these only look good with my finger. Sometimes with a sponge, definitely not with a brush though. Like the brush will not pick it up at all. It's just too creamy. And I don't really like using my finger because then it'll make my entire finger sparkly. So I'm really excited to try this with the Blendiful. So, but first I'm going to do contour. So I'm gonna go back to the cream side, or contour slash blush. And I'm gonna go in with, let's see, okay, so Tati folds it in half and does it that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this side. This doesn't have any product on it. I've used all the corners, but I haven't used this centerpiece, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna dip into this center shade because that's more of like a cool tone shade. I really love this palette, by the way. If you haven't tried it, it's really good. So like I said, I'm going in with that center shade and I'm kind of putting my finger in between here. Am I like the worst at explaining things or what? So I got a little bit of that. It looks like a little poopy. Okay, I need to really pinch this. Ooh, that's intense. Oh, Nelly. Oh no. All right, let's go to the other side. Oh my gosh, have y'all seen the way Tati contours? It stresses me out so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if you can't blend that out? Every time watching her, it always looks so intense and it stresses me out and my butthole is clenched and then she pulls it together and looks flawless, but I cannot do that technique. I would panic. For this, I'm kind of like pressing and dragging a little bit, if that makes sense, because this is a very, very thick cream and just tapping it in. Okay, my camera shut off. I don't know where that cut me off, but this is looking a little harsh on camera. It's not that bad in person. This side took a little bit longer to blend out just because I applied way too much product, so that was my fault. This side blended out really nicely. Again, it's looking more intense on camera though. I did not apply that much product. But yeah, that actually blended out really, really nicely. I loved that. That's the first thing I'm like, no question, nothing bad happened. It just looks really good, so that's cool. Okay, the next thing, I don't think I'm gonna do bronzer. Actually, yeah, let's try. First, I'm gonna do like a cream blush. I don't know if this is technically a blush. It's a NARS Orgasm Illuminator. I think this might technically be a highlight, but it's like orange. So on me, it's like a luminous blush. All right, sorry about this lighting, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, but anyways, I'm gonna try this. It's hard to remember what you put where. Okay, I'm gonna do this on another area that's empty, which is right here. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit. This goes on really sheer, which I love because it's kind of an intense color. Oh, I love that glow. Wow, this product is so good. I'm kind of applying this where I apply blush and where I apply highlighter. And then I do like to take it on my nose. That went on really nicely. That wasn't dry at all, so that's cool. Okay, now I kind of want to try powder bronzer just because I'm really curious how this will apply it. I feel like this is more designed for creams, but I'm just like really curious. So I'm back to the powder side. I used my translucent setting powder. Oh crap, which side did I use that on? I think this one. It's like a pinch white. So I'm gonna use bronzer right here. I'm just gonna take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm just curious if this will work. Oh wow. That actually kind of did. Y'all don't look at my wig. Mind your business. That kind of worked. It is hard to tell. I'm gonna put a little on my neck. Oh yeah. I like that for powder. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about this lighting, you guys. What's happening? Okay, this actually applies powder really nice. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's pretty. It's like really subtle and smooth. Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna do my highlight, which like I said, I'm really excited to see how this works with the ColourPop like creamy highlights. I love this highlight. It's so freaking good. So I'm actually on the powder side because I'm kind of running out of room, but I haven't used this top corner yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my little Blendiful. It's kind of looking how it looks when I do it with a brush. It almost looks like it's like the applicator is just grabbing all of the glitter. I don't know, it could still look good, but. Oh yeah. Okay. I was worried it wasn't grabbing like the base pigment and it was just getting the glitter, but it did. It got everything, so that's cool. But I will say it literally just it feels like it just applied everything right here. And normally I can take, like I'll show you with my finger. Normally I can take one kind of swipe in the product and blend that up my whole cheek. And that just kind of put all the product down in one spot. So here it is on my finger. I'll show you what I mean. I can use this for my whole cheek and even take it down here. And then I normally have some left and I add here and here. And then I'll blend it out with a clean finger. So this didn't pick up as much product as my finger does, but it might be good to like blend it out afterwards because I can get some harsh lines with this highlighter just because it's so intense. But see, like this one is not as intense as this side. So I'm gonna go back in with my Blendiful and just see if I can get more product. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it picks it up that much. That kind of sucks because that was one of the things that I really wanted to use this for. Then I'm gonna try and take like a clean part and blend that out a little bit. Y'all, this highlight is so good if you have fair skin and you want an intense highlight, like it's so beautiful. Okay, so that completes all of my face makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup really quickly and then I will be right back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup and now for my final thoughts. So honestly, I am a little bit torn. I don't understand why some of the products made my skin flake off. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why this would make that happen. I don't think it was a reaction with the primer or my skincare because when I used this cream contour as my concealer, the Blendiful made my skin flake off, but then when I used it with my finger and blended it out and like patted it in with my finger, it didn't do that. So I'm very, very confused. I don't know if this product just doesn't work well with the Blendiful, but at the same time, the contour shade did. So I'm just very confused. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just go through all the products and my final thoughts on how it applied everything. As far as the foundation goes, I liked it at first. I really loved how full coverage it made the foundation. Like I said before, typically if I use a sponge to apply this foundation, I do have to do 2 layers. And with this, I only had to do 1, but it was making my skin look a little bit dry at first, and I'm looking up close because sometimes a foundation on my skin will look a little bit dry and then the longer I wear it, it'll kind of settle into my skin and look a little bit more natural, but actually it's looking a little bit more cakey. You guys, I'm really upset. I really, really wanted to love this. I mean, I spent my own money on it. I was really excited. I'm gonna keep, okay, sorry, let me just focus. But I'm sad. I wanted to love it for my foundation too, and my foundation is looking kind of heavy right now. And I've used this foundation and this primer and I haven't had any issues with it. So not sure what's going on. Anyways, on to the next thing. The concealer, I don't even remember how it applied the concealer, to be really honest, because I got so thrown off by how horribly it applied this. That was honestly the most shocking just because, like I said, I did go back in with my finger and apply it the exact same way. And it just acted so differently with my finger. It didn't like make my skin pill up. So that in my mind kind of tells me that it wasn't my skin. It wasn't the combination of products, but that it was a Blendiful. But that doesn't make any sense why this would make that happen. I don't get that. So if anyone can explain that to me, please let me know. As far as the contour shades go, I loved it. That applied so well, which is also what doesn't make sense because I would assume that these are the same formulas, just different shades. I could be wrong about that, but I really, really love the way that that applied. And even the powder bronzer, I love that. Like I was kind of surprised. I didn't know how well it would really apply a powder. I thought it could look a little bit patchy and not blend out very well, but it didn't. It blended out so perfectly and so easily. And so I really loved that. What else is there? Oh yeah, I did set my eyes with a translucent powder. That worked perfectly fine. But the other thing was the highlight. Again, something that I was really excited to use the Blendiful with. It didn't really work out the way I had planned. Like I said, it just kind of didn't pick up a lot of the product, which is fine. I'm used to using my fingers with this product anyways, but I'd kind of hoped that this would work a little bit better for me, but it really didn't, and kind of acted how a brush would act when I try and apply that cream highlight with a brush, which is like, the product just kind of sits on top of the hairs and it just like, it barely picks any of it up. I don't know why. So I guess my finger is just the best thing to use with this, which Tati does say that some products are gonna apply better with a blender and with a beauty blender. Some are gonna work better with the brush, with your fingers, and then some, the Blendiful is gonna work the best with. So she did say kind of pick and choose your products, and this isn't gonna work great for every single product. So that's fine. I'm just a little bit disappointed because I was hoping that this would work with that highlight. With this NARS liquid illuminator, I loved it. It worked so well. I can't really tell how much this actually soaks up the product though. I feel like that was a selling point that a few people that reviewed it mentioned, maybe even Tati mentioned that this wouldn't soak up so much of your product, which actually I think Kathleen Lights mentioned that too, which I'm not sure. I can't really tell, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe that's the case because with the foundation, I didn't have to use 2 layers. So that might be true for that. As far as the liquid illuminator went though, I kind of felt like it sucked up a little bit more of this product because I used a good bit and it doesn't look like I applied too much. So I feel like it kind of sucked up a lot of it, but it's hard for me to tell. I think that was everything that I used. So I know that this video is kind of inconclusive and I'm sorry about that, but I don't wanna straight up just like crap on the Blendiful because I really love Tati and I'm actually excited about this, and it did apply some of my products really well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to work with this and try out different products because maybe my under eye was just really dry. I do have very dry skin. It's not unusual for my skin to pill up and flake off, like I said, but that does just typically happen with a brush. It doesn't normally happen when I'm patting products in. It's more from that rubbing process. And I'm gonna go back and look at the video, but I don't think I was rubbing my under eyes. I think I was doing the tapping. So I'm just very confused. But yeah, so I have somewhere to go tonight. So I'm gonna hop in the shower, wash this makeup off, and then redo my makeup for tonight because I'm gonna be wearing different products probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and literally retest this product in like 2 hours. So by the time this video is up, I should have another update in the down bar. If not, it will be soon. And if you guys want, I can film another video trying out other products with it so you guys can kind of see how it's acting on camera. If you want that, let me know. If you don't and you just want an update, that's totally fine. I'll just put it in the comments or the down bar, either way. But I do want to let you guys know if anything changes because I wanted to give this a good review. I'm so bummed. I honestly did not think that I wasn't gonna like this product. I thought I was gonna get on here and be like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This is the best thing ever. I'm gonna use it every single day of my life. And that's not how I feel, and I'm really upset about that. Like I said, it worked great with some things and with others it didn't. So we will see. I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Ugh, I'm out of breath already. Holy balls. Sorry, I need to stop saying that. Relax. La 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 la. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I made my background pink. Why is that happening? So rude, I'm filming.